And we will go to Julie Foudy first, a former Stanford Central player, but not a
Yes.
defender. But not a defender by any means.
Go Cards! Hi, Alana. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Hey, I'm wondering on that note, how important that familiarity is. I have more than one question, Hype, so I'm just gonna have a follow-up.
Yes, go.
I'm just warning you ahead of time.
No, go.
How important that familiarity with Tierna from your Stanford days?
No, I think it's been really helpful. We're obviously really close off the field, and I think anytime you have that relationship off the field, it always benefits your communication on the field. I think it's been really exciting getting to play with T, getting to play with Andy in front of us, kind of reuniting that little triangle that we've had before at Stanford. Obviously quite a few of my Cardinal teammates here, so it's just really exciting kind of getting to see us all progress and continue to grow.
Do you guys, did you have a little special moment or no? Secret handshake again or anything like that?
No, nothing too
No.
formal like that. I don't think we've really talked about it, but I do think we are aware and kind of appreciate how special it is that we've, gotten to progress together through the ranks.
And how's your NWSL experience been comparative to PSG, and what were the biggest differences?
I think just stepping into the NWSL and, getting obviously a lot more minutes than I was getting over at PSG, it's been really helpful for me. I think, being a young player, just the minutes, the experiences, getting to go against, all the quality players in the NWSL every week, it's been really important for me, and I've grown so much over the past few months. I think one of the most exciting parts is, and I talked about this a lot with our internationals who came over from Lyon, is, every weekend it's a toss-up how the game's going to go, and, there's no cakewalks, there's no, real blowouts. I think every weekend you show up and you have to give everything you have. And even then, that's not always enough. The opponents are always going to be quality, so I think it's just been really exciting for me, that transition into the NWSL.
Great, thank you.
Thanks, Jules. Let's go to Steph Young. Go ahead, Steph.
Thank you, Aaron. Alana, I just wanted to ask about, it seems like in the last game, you guys were trying out a couple different things tactically, and I wanted to ask, what's the discussion been like, particularly, in the defense between you and Blacko, with maybe like a higher pressing style? We saw they had some shaky center backs to start, to sitting lower, to maybe not having as much of the ball, possibly by design, and what it's been like for you guys having to implement some tactical flexibility within the game.
I think coming to this camp with a bit of a newer group, it's just been a big focus on, learning and sticking to the U.S. mentality, the U.S. defending and attacking ways. And I think in a lot of ways it's just, on, the newer players in the group to kind of get up to speed as quickly as possible. Obviously I think we came out of that game, we, workshopped a lot of it, we've gone through a lot of it, and, we'll try to improve on, the little tweaks that we've made and the things that Blacko's trying to teach the group. But, I think it is just kind of sticking with, the style of play that we've always had and kind of fine-tuning it to the people we have in those spots.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to Alex Ozzie. Go ahead, Alex.
Hey, Alana, thanks so much for taking the time. I know you've had a couple of call-ups to the national team in the past, but big picture, I'm just curious, what are your thoughts on where you are right now in your career in terms of where you thought you would be, 5 years ago, and where you hope to be 5 years from now?
I guess 5 years ago would have put me kind of at the beginning of my college career. So I think from that standpoint, it's a dream to be here and absolutely an honor. But it was always going to be the long-term goal to be in this environment. And, I think taking it step by step, the first was earning a spot, earning the right to be called in. And then I think now it's, earning playing time, earning the right to be on the field. And we obviously have a really competitive group here, especially within the defense, within the center back pool. So, I think long term it's just continuing to progress in this environment, learn as much as I can, and just continue to develop.
Thanks, Alex. Last one, unless anyone else raises their hand, is Peter Smith. Go ahead, Peter.
Thanks, Aaron. Alana, just a question with 2023 World Cup in mind. How important is it to have this experience playing 2 matches in Australia? And also, I guess, how was your off-field experience?
Yeah, I think obviously first, we'll have to look at, start with World Cup qualifying, and kind of we can't look past that. But I think, it's so important to get these, massive fixtures against, really quality opponents, learn how to do the travel. For me, this is the longest I've ever traveled for soccer, so I think a lot of us it's that case. And, I think that experience benefits us all greatly to kind of get to go through this before, we look down the road at, what could possibly be, the fixtures we have. And I think, obviously being in Australia is, it's not too bad here. We're right on the water. We've been close to the beach and the water, both places. So I think we're all really enjoying kind of the off the field side of it. Obviously wish the trip was maybe a little longer.
Thank you.
Thanks, Peter, who is with FIFA.com, I should have mentioned. Let's go to Amelia Hertel. Go ahead, Amelia.
Hi, Alana. Thanks for taking the time. I just wanted to ask you what it's been like for you personally to be back with the team, and then also to witness some of your club players with, Bowser getting her first cap, and then Sofia Huerta being back in the squad, and just, what that's been like for you as a teammate to watch that.
Yeah, I think on an individual level, it's always really exciting to, get to be in this environment. As I've said, we have such quality players here, obviously, and staff as well. So every time I step into this environment, I'm learning something, I'm getting better, and whether that's, coming from Vlatko and the coaching staff or, my fellow teammates teaching me things, showing me things. So, I'm always super, happy to be here and super happy to learn as much as I can and to continue to develop. And I think in that same vein, it's super exciting to see when your friends and teammates do that. So I think, just wishing the best for all of them and, hope that we all can continue to keep getting called in.